Good morning, good morning. This is Pierre Laguerre here, your daily motivator. So today, this is what I'm calling the comeback. After a month of being offline from the podcast, the one thing I want to tell you is that today I'm talking to you about, if not now, then when. And this is something that's been brewing on my heart. Of course, I've been getting ready for 2 more podcasts that I'm starting. One of them is sales and marketing for profits. And the other one is transform your mind. So the transform your mind one is going to be a spiritual one, of course, from my channel Kingdom Oasis. And then sales and marketing for profits, that's going to be really for business folks. And I'm going to be running some webinars as well and really training folks because I've been coaching a few people. But today I decided it's time to come back because if not now, when? And frankly, my buddy Eddie and I, we've been working with some clients and it's really been great just to see the strides that they're making and the progress, frankly, that they're making. And that's truly inspiring. And I know, I've recorded more than 500 podcast episodes over the last 4.5 years, but guess what? There's more. There's more in me. There's more in you. And really, as you know, I'm always here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you. And the goal of the Daily Motivator is not changing. I'm still here to inspire you, to challenge you, to motivate you to do what? To take action. Take action towards the gifts, towards the vision, the purpose that you've been put here for in your life and your business. So I'm always going to be here motivating you. I'm not going away. So here I am about to go take a shower and I was like, wait a minute, I'm feeling good, but I've always been feeling good. I'm the kind of guy, I'm very, easygoing. I'm always joyful. And when things come to take or steal my joy, I always find a way to take my joy back and snap it back because it's my joy. In joy, there is strength. And for those of you who know the scriptures, it says, the joy of the Lord is our strength. So you gain strength when you walk in joy. And if there's anything I can tell you is that every time you walk in joy, especially when you go to that place where you're peaking the joy meter, you will find opposition. And that opposition a lot of times will come from your flesh. It will come from deep inside of you. It's things that you have yet to deal with, things that you've put on the back burner. Those things are going to come to hit you right upside the head to remind you, hey, what exactly are you so joyful about? Come on now. It's time for you to put your head down, hunker down, and go do this thing. And sometimes we think we can do our work and let go of joy. In other words, just get serious, man. I've had people tell me, just get serious, man. Everything is not a joke. There's a difference between joking and having joy. There's a difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is something that manifests for a moment, but joy is something that you carry deep down in your heart. And of course, that joy bubbles up and it brings forth happiness. But I'm not doing things just to be happy. And the song, don't worry, be happy. It's good to be happy. There's nothing wrong with being happy. But there's something greater in carrying joy inside of you. And what I wanted to tell you today is, if not now, then when? If you don't exercise your joyfulness now, then when? Are you going to wait for Christmas? And of course, if you're listening this during the Christmas season, if you're not joyful, why not? When you understand the price that's been paid for you to walk in your purpose here, and your real purpose, of course, is to do what? Defeat the works of the enemy, the one who has sowed tares among the wheat. What exactly does that mean if you're running a business? Well, there are people in business out there that are not giving the best services possible. Your job is to show up on the scene and give the best service possible. And guess what? When you start doing that, customers will start getting wind of it and they will start moving towards you. Our job is not simply to remove the bad, but to replace it with the good. And if I put that for you in a spiritual sense, it's not enough for you to go and destroy the works of the devil. It's not enough for you to go to uproot the trees. You have to plant new trees. And as one coming from a small country called Haiti, the poorest in the Western Hemisphere, and there are reasons for that, of course, besides greed and so much more I don't have time to talk about right now. One of the key things I want to tell you is this. I was watching a special where this guy was driving up the frontier, right, between Haiti and Dominican Republic. And on one side, he could see lush green. On the other, he saw eroded soil, because the soil was worked by the slaves over and over and over. And of course, the soil was not necessarily properly treated. They did not replace trees that they cut. Even to this day, in Haiti, they're cutting trees and they're using it for coal, right? But they're not replacing the trees that were there, holding the soil up, the topsoil especially, with the roots that go down into the soil. So my point to you is this. Just as I gave you this example of the erosion that's happening in Haiti, you think with me here, has your joy been eroding all this time? Has there been an erosion of your joy? Because it's easy to let circumstances come and hit you left and right and never get to a place where you rejoice. I love what the Apostle Paul says, rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. And this is a man who at that point is writing, and he happens to be in jail. And he's telling others to rejoice because he knows that he has not yet finished his purpose. He has not yet finished his walk, and his work, rather. And you know what? The beauty of it is here he is a man in jail and he's able to tell folks to rejoice. The reason sometimes we don't rejoice is because we're hiding from ourselves. We're hiding from the fact that when we are walking in purpose, on purpose, in our ultimate destiny, there is joy, because joy gives you strength. And of course, that, puts you in a place of exercising your faith. It puts you in a place where you have courage to go after the things that you've set, things that you've put maybe on that vision board 5-10 years ago, and you've yet to see them come to pass. Your joy is an important aspect. And again, my call to you today is if not today, then when? If not now, then when? When will you pick up your joy? When will you pick up your sword and destroy all the foliage in your way, stopping you from seeing the vision again, stopping you from going after what's actually yours? So today, I'm just coming to tell you it's about time. It is about now. It is time to pick up your joy, pick up your sword. It is time to get out there and start cutting through the foliage that stands in your way, because you're not that far from the edge of the forest, from getting out of all the circumstances that have been blocking you. Understand, we all will go through seasons of darkness. But if you maintain your joy, even in the valley of the shadow of death, you will still come out alive. But alive to whom? Alive to Christ himself. You will not come out without dying to yourself, because you will recognize it ain't all about you. Yep, it's not all about you. It's really about you creating a path for others that are coming after you, whether it be your children, your colleagues, your friends, your family, your relatives. There are many others that will come after you, meaning they will follow you. But if you don't set the path correctly, if along the path you don't destroy evil and the works of evil, then you're not doing much. You're only caring about yourself. And if you only care about yourself, then ultimately you will be in a place where your joy will be robbed. And let me give you the last piece. Something I used to hear from Jerry Savelle all the time, a minister of the gospel, for those of you who know him. If the devil cannot steal your joy, he cannot steal your goods. And this really is the power of having joy. Because even if everything gets destroyed, because you have joy, you can manifest it all back. You can rebuild again. Even after you've been robbed, you can redo it again. You can come back and rebuild. And this is the power of joy. So today again, if not now, then when? This is Pierre Laguerre, your daily motivator, always here to challenge, inspire, and motivate you. I'm looking forward to putting more of these episodes out for you. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.